A warm welcome to this channel, Mind Wellness Every Day. In life, everyone wants to be happy, isn't it? So, where is the factory of happiness? Well, within our own minds. So, here I am to help you out in discovering this factory of goodness within your mind and help you out to be more happy, more motivated in life every day. So, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, do subscribe and keep yourself updated so that you can actually discover happiness in your life. Today I'm going to take you down your memory lane. Okay, remember your school and college days, those who are in school and college, well and good. Otherwise, if you're not, you can remember those days when you were in school or college. Sometimes the class used to be really boring, and then you're sitting there and thinking when the class is going to get over, and you're like a prisoner in that class. Then what you used to start doing? You used to just take your notebook, take slowly take up the last page of your notebook, and we used to start scribbling there. We used to draw there. Some people used to make flowers, then paint it with different color pens that you used to have in class. And some of my friends used to like probably even write poetry over there. Some people used to even write their own name in beautiful fonts. Right? I still remember those different things that we did on the last page of our notebook. So basically, why am I trying to recall these things, or why I'm asking you to recall these things is basically because when life gets boring, what do we turn towards? We turn towards some form of creativity. Now, I know that all age groups may be listening to this video. No matter what age group you are 15 or you're 80 or you're 55, it doesn't matter. You have your own creativity. Definitely, each one of us has some part of themselves as a creative person. That creativity could be in anything, but you definitely have some amount of creativity as a human being. So, when your life starts becoming monotonous, it starts becoming boring, you turn towards your creative side and see the magic. It will be totally different. So, if you compare animals and human beings, what we really understand is that human beings have a very different potential as compared to animals, and that is thinking. And thinking is also, in a way, something which we can call as creativity. So, what distinguishes us from these animals who are more mechanized and more instinctive is that we are more creative. Humans are, in a way, born to be more creative, they are born to be creators, and so that is where we are actually exploring our full potential. So, if we don't use creativity, we are actually blocking our energy flow, isn't it? So, that's where our most of our energies are giving us happiness when we are more creative. Just imagine, like, from today onwards, for the next 10 days or let's say 30 days, you are given only a same food to eat. Let's say you are given bread and omelette to eat for the next 30 days. How would you feel? Yes, you can, even imagining that, you cannot really survive. You feel that, okay, no, after 2 days, maybe after 3 days, some after 5 days may get completely bored. So people will get bored, maybe some in 3 days, some in 5 days, some even the very next day. They will feel bored eating the same food. Why are we feeling bored? Because we don't like the same process, same things again and again. And that is where we are being creative. So look at even the food variety which you have. And every day you have add-ons of recipes, and so many people are being more and more creative in, you can say, the food that you're eating and how you're preparing it. So, this creativity is ultimately giving you some life force. The more creative you are, the more happy you start feeling about your existence. Now, what is your area of creativity? That is what you need to explore yourself. You know where you're more creative and what do you like doing. What is most important is try to understand what brings more of inner, you can say, peace, inner happiness, and it's like a very different feeling when you use that creative potential. Like, I do many creative activities, of which one of them is paintings. So when I paint, I feel a sense of, you can say, complete happiness. It's more like a complete involvement in the thing I'm doing, and I feel it's like bliss and happiness in a, it's kind of a meditative state. So you feel really happy doing that activity, not just while doing it. In fact, that happiness flows throughout the day and perhaps for a few more days or even sometimes weeks when you explore that creativity in yours. So you could have anything. You could be doing some amount of writing, it could be painting, it could be gardening, it could be cooking, it could be photography, it could be anything. So you have to try and understand what makes you happy. What I mean to say is be creative and be happy. So these are both the things are linked together. So it's not different. Don't do it out of competition. Like my friend is doing photography, so I also buy a high end camera and then I start doing photography. No, it's not going to give you happiness because that's not your creative ability, it is your friend's creative ability, right? So if you want to explore your own creativity, the most important, and you could say perhaps the very easiest way of exploration, is to know what gives you inner happiness, a true inner happiness. Let's say you don't show that thing to anybody, you don't probably disclose that you're doing it, and still doing that activity or doing that thing makes you happy. Like one of my friends says that when I'm sitting at home and I sing a song to myself, maybe, and I feel completely involved and happy. She may not record the song, she may not sing it in front of anyone, but as soon as she sings the song, she feels happy. Some people may just feel happy doing their regular household activities, being creative in the cooking that they're doing. There could be many people who have different perspectives about creativity. In fact, everybody has their own. No need to copy creativity. You have to discover creativity in your own self. That is very important. In fact, today, to explore your own creative abilities, you have so many platforms. In fact, you have lots of social media platforms, you have a lot of internet, you can say blogs and posts to understand what are the various creative things that are around you. You may try out different things before you really conclude that this is giving me happiness. So maybe you don't have to do everything, you may do a few things, like you may try 4 or 5 activities and then you discover, no, out of these four, this one gives me true happiness and I want to pursue it ahead. Some hobbies and some creative things may not even require much money. There are so many people who do creative things from scrap, waste, correct? You don't even need money for that sometimes. Again, to understand what is your creative potential, you have to focus on happiness. Don't focus on competition. If you focus on competition, somebody is doing it, so I am doing it. Somebody clicked 20 photographs, now I have to click 21 to be in the competition and to be on top. No, that's not going to give you happiness. It may give you happiness for some part of the time, but that is not inward inner happiness which you're getting, right? Being more creative will give you inward happiness, inner happiness. It is going to give you, you can say, a chance of feeling that, full potential of your existence. So that is where you can say that that is the creativity which I love to do and I'm doing it because it gives me inner happiness, not because I stand somewhere in competition. If you don't feel happiness in doing something with others are doing, no issues. You may just fold some papers in an origami format and then you just feel happy. Fine. There is nothing like you have to do business out of that creativity. Creativity is for your own goodness, own happiness, and own mind wellness. So remember this. In fact, psychology also has accepted this particular creative aspect of our life, that it says that when you have more creativity in your life and when you explore your creativity, or rather you could say the creative side of yourself, you feel more happy and the negative emotions that you may have inside are, you can say, released. They are thrown out. So when you're more creative, the negativity in your life starts fading off and you start concentrating on more and more of happiness. So you feel blissful, you feel happy because you have done something which has given you inner joy, which you really wanted to do. Like whole day you may be an engineer and doing coding and such things, or you could be just you can say a bank cashier and you're counting cash whole day every day, and that could be a very monotonous activity which is not giving you the pleasure, the happiness which you require, which you desire. So when you have more creativity, you will definitely feel more happy. So link these two. Creativity and happiness go hand in hand. If you're not happy after doing that activity, that is not your creative side. So I would suggest that you try it yourself. Go ahead, take out some time of the day for this creative ability of yours. If not every day, maybe a few days in a week, once a week, twice a month, at least a few times you will do this creativity in the month. So go for it. Take out some time of the day for your creative side. In fact, the more blissful and more happy you start feeling, people around you will also start feeling the same. They will feel your energy, your vibrations, your goodness, the happiness that you are actually emitting. Right? So, if you are not able to take out time every day, maybe at least once or twice a week, once or twice a month for yourself. So, you could even try and cultivate this kind of creativity in your family members if they wish to get involved. Of course, don't force them, otherwise, that will spoil your creative side also. So, at least tell them that just you can say inform them that this is your space and your time, and you would like them to cooperate and not disturb you within that time space. So once they try to once they give you that particular time slot, you are more creative in that time slot, you do something well, you feel happy, they also will start feeling the goodness, the happiness spreading to them. So when a person is happy, see, you cannot give something to others if you don't have it. So if you're happy, you can spread happiness. So this is one way of keeping yourself happy. So try this in your own life, and I hope that this will bring in more and more happiness into your life, and cut off the monotony and cut off the boredom in your life. If at all you feel that way every day, you're doing the same things and you're not feeling really happy and comfortable, try out this. Try exploring your creative side. So I'm hopeful that this brings in more, you can say, more of happiness in your life. I would like to hear from you in the comments how you feel after exploring your creative side, and we could also have a discussion, or you could ask me questions based on this particular video, which based on which I can give you more insights in the next video. So we could have a sharing of thoughts on this particular idea of creativity. So hope to hear from you, and meet you in the next video which I'll be soon making. Take care and see you.